What's happening, friends? We're back in the kitchen, and I got a good one for you tonight. All right, I'm making DeLuca's soon-to-be world-famous Flyin Hawaiian sliders. Let's take a look. All right, so we've got some ground pork. I've got some crushed pineapple, light brown sugar. We've got some sweet Thai chili sauce, some soy sauce. We have a little bit of the sesame oil over there. I've got a beautiful regular cabbage slaw, got some chopped up cilantro, fresh ginger, chopped garlic, onions, got some limes, fresh limes, and the microplane, learn it, live it, love it. I've got some Hawaiian style sweet buns over there. And I'm going to do a little cucumber and tomato salad on the side. I've got a little balsamic vinaigrette over here, and then sweet potato tots because, I mean, you know, sweet potato tots, right? So we're just going to do those according to the instructions on the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and get those in the oven right away. And then we'll get started. All right. So, got everything here. We're going to get started. We're going to get our sliders, the meat kind of mixed and marinating. We're going to get that sitting off to the side, and we'll get it going. Hang on just a moment. Okay, so we got our ingredients here set. We're going to move some of this stuff over, make a little space, and I'm going to start prepping my sliders here. Okay, so we've got, we're going to start here. We got our ground pork. I'm going to put in a little bit of garlic, fresh chopped garlic, probably about one large clove, maybe a little more than one large clove. Okay, I've got our chopped onions here. We'll get those dropped in. Probably about maybe a tablespoon of chopped onion. We're going to take fresh ginger, okay? If you want to use that paste, ginger paste that comes in the tube, you can do that in a pinch. I just love the flavor and the smell and everything about fresh ginger. We're going to grate about a tablespoon, maybe a little less than a tablespoon of ginger in here. I went ahead and peeled just the portion that I'm going to use. I didn't peel all of it, as you can see. I just peeled part of it. So we'll get that grated in there. That should be good. Okay. I've got my brown sugar. We're going to get about a little bit less than a tablespoon of brown sugar in there. We'll do a full tablespoon. We'll do a full tablespoon. Okay, I've got my crushed pineapple. We're going to do about a tablespoon and a half, maybe two. Maybe just a little bit of the juice too. Not much, not too much. We don't want to be overly sweet with these things. We're going to take our sesame oil. All right, I'm going to take about, let's see here, about a teaspoon and a half of sesame oil. We're going to do about that same amount on the soy. I like to use light soy. I don't use too much. About another teaspoon and a half there. Okay, and that's it. That's what we're going to start with. We're going to get this kind of mixed in here a little bit. We don't want to overwork the meat. We don't want to make kind of too tough and overly worked, but we're just going to make sure everything's nicely incorporated. And if it looks like you want to add a little bit more of something, go for it. It's your world. I'm just cooking in it. Ooh, that was a good line. I'm going to keep that one. You're going to hear that one again. It's your world. I'm just cooking in it. Okay. So we got pretty well mixed up here. This is a pound. I don't know if I said that. This is about a pound of the ground pork. So we got that all mixed up. We're going to let that sit for a little while. We're not going to cook on it right away. We're going to let it marinate, get all happy and healthy in there, okay? I'm going to start working. I'm going to wash my hands first. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. We're going to start working on our slaw, okay? The slaw is going to go on top of the sliders once it's done. And this is super, super simple. I've got about a cup and a half of just an average slaw, right? It's just the radicchio and the carrots and cabbage. I'm going to put in maybe a tablespoon. We'll do 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. And then just your store-bought sweet Thai chili sauce. I'm not going too fancy with this. This is going to be an easy one tonight. So we're going to do, that's a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, maybe just a little smidgen over 2 teaspoons. Okay? And then we'll just do a splash of sesame oil, just about like that. We don't want to go too... Sesame oil, for those of you that haven't used it very often, really strong flavor. Delicious, but really strong. So a little bit goes a long way, and you can always add more if you want to taste it along the way. Okay? So we're going to mix that up a little bit. Like that. All right? Now we're going to get our lime. We still, if you notice, have a little bit of ginger in and around our microplane. That's okay. That's by design. We're going to take one of our limes, and we're going to get a little bit of lime zest in this slaw. All right? Just about maybe a quarter or a third of a lime, about that much, okay? I'm gonna take my lime, I'm gonna get a little bit of juice, my half a cutting board over here, space is at a premium, and we're just gonna squeeze a teaspoon, not even, just a sploosh of lime juice, okay? It's going to add a beautiful, bright kind of citrus freshness to our slaw. That way you get a little bit of sweet from the Thai chili, and then a little bit of tart and sour and fresh from the lime, okay? So I'm going to take this, I'm going to throw it in the fridge and let it kind of do its magic for a little while. All right, be right back. All right, next I'm going to start working on my cucumber tomato salad here. Got a little bowl. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my cucumber, cut the ends off, just like that. Then I'm going to candy stripe it, okay? I'm going to take a potato peeler, nothing fancy, and I'm just going to kind of stripe it, peel a little bit, not all the way. All right, this is nothing more than aesthetics. People eat with their eyes, and I like it to be pretty. So that's what we're going with, okay? I'm going to cut this in half, and then I'm going to cut it in half again, make my little half moons, okay? You can, if you like, scrape out some of this. Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll scrape out some of the seeds, okay? It, again, looks better. Nice texture. So we'll just scrape some of the seeds out, right? And then it'll be less watery as well. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Cut it in half. Scrape some seeds out. Just like that. Okay? Okay. And then we're just going to go and cut them up, right? Again, however you like. You want them thicker, you want them thinner, do it your way. Okay, cut them up. If you want to cut them into little triangles, do that. Okay, get some smaller ones in there. We'll take a tomato. I like tomatoes on the vine. If you don't, use your favorite tomatoes. Right, we're gonna do them a little thicker, right, about like that. And then we cut that one in half, and then we'll go make sixes, right? Like that, just little triangle cuts. You wanna do this one in quarters, have at it. You wanna go a little smaller on one, do that, right? You can cut the little doohickey out if you want, little belly button, cut it out. Okay, so we got a little more cucumber than tomato right now, so let's even the odds. Just like that. This one, see all the middle here, right? all that middle kind of meaty area. I'm going to go ahead and take some of that out because, again, I don't want it to be too watery. So we've got some edges. That's okay too. I just don't want all that in there. So now I'll take this, finish this up. Okay. Perfect. We're going to take our onion, get some of this liquid out of the way. Take our onion. I've already peeled it, cut it in half. Time to flip the tater tots. I'm going to cut the onion. I'm not going to dice it. I'm just going to cut it in quarters, just like that, okay? Let's get these tater tots flipped. Stand by. All right, tots are flipped. Back to the onion. I'm going to do one more slice here into quarters, just like this. And in we go. I originally got this little cucumber tomato thing from a dear friend who you'll hear a lot about, Chef Bill, one of the best in the business. He did it with a little bit of sherry wine vinegar, okay? I'm going to go ahead and use the balsamic vinaigrette only because the kids aren't big fans of sherry vinegar. But just a little bit of olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and some sherry wine vinegar is the way this salad was originally designed. And Chef Bill, God rest him, God love him, that's how he did it. But balsamic is good too, and that's what we're doing tonight. As much as you want, as little as you want. If you want to salt and pepper it, you can. I will not be. All right, we'll just kind of mix that up a little bit and let that sit. All right, that's going to sit off to the side. How pretty. And I'm going to start my burgers. We're going to get those sliders cooking. Ready? Here we go. Hang on. All right, so I got my meat here. It's been marinating, kind of marrying all these flavors together. It's going to be amazing. Now, again, I started with about a pound, added some stuff to it, so it's probably just a little over a pound now. What I'm looking to do is I'm looking to get 8 sliders, somewhere around 2 ounces a piece. So if you want to use a spoon or a spatula, you can do that. I'm going to use my hands. I did wash them up again. So here's what I'm going to do, right? I'm just going to kind of split this in half, right? Split that in half. And then split these in half, right? And then I'll just start forming my patties here, right? Little burger slider patties. Again, I'm not going to overwork them. I'm just going to get them kind of roughly into the shape that I'm looking for and move them over here onto a plate. And that's it. We're going to repeat. Split this in half. About like that. Again. And we'll get 8 patties. I got my rather large cast iron skillet that I'm preheating over here. Now we got this in half. And then again, make sure they're all about the same size. That one's a little small, so we'll borrow some. Okay. That's 5. 6. The smell in here, guys, is just delicious already, and we haven't even fired them up yet. Okay. All right. Wash my hands again, and we'll get going. This is hot. This is getting hot. All right. So, we're going to go on the fire here. We got a hot skillet. This is looking good. Got a little steam. You see a little smoke coming up there, right? I'm going to drop this down from medium high to just above medium. I'm at about 5.5 out of 10 right now. I'm going to go ahead and add my, well, we'll wait just to come down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add my sesame oil. Okay, get a good amount of sesame oil down there. You see, it doesn't quite coat the entire bottom of the pan, so we'll just move it around. Not a big deal, okay? We're going to go ahead and get our burgers down, our sliders in. And this will happen quick. Beautiful. 2. There we go. We don't exactly have room for all of them yet, but we'll fix that. Watch this. Hang on. All right, here we go. Now, eventually, when you guys continue to smash that like and subscribe and share buttons, and we go big and we go viral, and then I get like a whole movie production, multi-camera angle thing going on in here, this will be a whole lot easier for you to see everything. So get on that, right? Like, share, subscribe, all that. And we're just going to wait a minute. Let's see if we can slide this over just a little bit. Looky, looky. Bring that heat up just a little bit. So now we can go ahead and move these a little bit. Right? Now that they're kind of searing up nicely on one side. Tots are done. And we'll make room for our last little buddy over here. Okay. All right. Get these tops pulled out. Oh, they're pretty. You know what? I want them just a little bit crispy, crunchier. So I'm going to go ahead and put them back in. Maybe I can move them around a little bit first. Flip them again. A few of them like that. We're going to give them a couple more minutes. I want them crunchy. All right, we should be good to flip some of these. We're looking for a little color, a little golden brown. Not bad, not bad. Maybe a little longer. Let's see what we got here. All right, so again, now look, if we flip them and they're not quite as golden brown as we want, that's all right. We can go ahead and let them cook a little bit longer on this side here. And as everything starts to kind of caramelize in the pan, we can go ahead and get some color on this side here a little bit later. Come up just a little bit. You'll notice a lot of times that I'm kind of fidgeting with the temperature. And sometimes you have to. Sometimes you want it a little hotter. If you start to notice things getting a little too dark, you might want to turn it down a little bit. Again, no real hard rules. Whatever works. All right, so we're going to give these another minute or two, and then we'll flip again. Stand by. All right, we're back, okay? These sliders are just about done, so we're going to go ahead and flip. Oh, that's the color we're looking for. All right? It's been probably about 4 minutes or so. Yeah, beautiful. We're going to go ahead and drop the temperature now because we're about done. These look nice. All right. So we're good. We're ready to go here. I'm going to take the little plate and I'm going to go ahead and take this out of the pan here. And we'll be about ready to build our plates. Beautiful. Take this off the heat. Kill that. All right. We're going to slide back here a little bit. My supervisor, you can see her down there, Lena. All right, so we're ready to build our plates, okay? Let me get our little dressings and toppings and sides. We got our beautiful cucumber and tomato salad. We've got our slaw over here. And we're ready to go. We'll give this one last little toss. Let's not make a mess on the plate. One last little toss here. Okay. My sweet potato tots should be done for real this time. We'll get them pulled out. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Nice, pretty. We'll put those up here for a minute. All right. We're going to grab two of our little slider buns. Open those up nice. Take a couple of our sliders. They'll go right on here. The two prettiest ones, just for you guys. Okay? Again, please, friends, like, subscribe, share, comment. If it's something you want to see me make, if there's something that you love and you want to see me do it, put that in the comments section, all right? Put that in there. I'll know. I'll do it. I'll figure it out. We're going to pile on some slaw. Beautiful. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay? We'll put these on kind of like that, nice and pretty. Okay? We'll take some of our cucumber tomato salad. Put that down nice. Uh-oh. Sounds like they're home from soccer practice. Mommy and Thomas are back. All right, we got that there. Maybe just another cucumber or two. Okay, look how pretty this is. Okay, move these over just a bit. Perfect. We'll grab a couple of tots. It's simple. It's nice. It's delicious. You can do it on a weeknight just in time for when soccer practice is over. Okay? Again, we've got our beautiful sliders. We've got our cucumber tomato salad. We've got our sweet potato tots. Eat like a champion today, friends. It's delicious. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the love.